What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mike here with PeoplesChoiceGaming, and today we're going to take a look into Update 12, all the new stuff with Update 12. Now, we're not going to be able to talk about everything in depth because it would just be way too long of a video, but some of the important stuff that I am going to cover is some changes with Corpus, the new polarity management, new Warframes and weapons, and the new room in the dojo to make the new Warframe and one of the new weapons. Also, the new Hyena Pack boss and the new game mode on Earth with the whole forest theme. Those two things or topics will be in separate videos, so I can go over them more thoroughly. Also, the new mod that you'll get in the Interception game mode. The Darvo alert ties that bind. Really, I'll talk about this now. Basically, when you do that alert, it's just a normal alert, and then at the end you fight the Hyena Pack. And honestly, you could just do that by fighting the Hyena Pack whenever you want on Neptune. So that's all that really is, nothing special. Now, it goes away, and I'm thinking maybe they'll just keep bringing the alert back after you do it. Maybe it'll change the second time it comes back around. I'm not really sure. We'll see what happens. There's 4 new Immortal skins. I'm going to show 2 of them off. And I'm going to talk about weapon, aura, and Warframe changes. And we'll start with that. And these are all the popular things that I want to get through in this video. So let's start off with the Warframe changes that you see up on the screen there now. So we got improved sounds for Nyx's Psychic Bolts. Saren's moldability now causes radial damage when it is killed. Nice little buff. Valkyrie now has 600 base armor. So that's a nice buff, especially with Steel Fiber. She's a lot more viable to use now for the casual player. Valkyrie's Hysteria ability now takes weapon damage and crit into consideration. That's a good thing. Frost's Freeze now comparable to Ember's Fireball ability. Frost's Avalanche ability now has increased casting speed and damage. This is really nice, giving us a nice damage buff to our ultimate. Frost's Snow Globe now has health in the following values. Not so good. Big nerf there for the veteran endgame players, but for the casual players, Frost is still going to be a fine Warframe. And Frost's Ice Wave now forces procs, the chill one, which slows enemies down. So you can slow down a big group of enemies. This is really nice. Oberon's Regeneration, projectiles, speed increase. So that's a nice buff, even though Oberon's still Now let's move on to weapon changes. So for weapon changes, this one I love. It's my favorite thing about Update 12 probably. Bow weapons receive 1/3 damage buff, plus gave charged arrows innate puncture death. So for all you guys that love using the Dread and love using the Paris Prime, you know, you're now going to be doing 30% more damage, or you know, 1/3 damage buff, and your charged shots, which is what you should always normally be doing. You now have innate puncture. No need to use shred anymore. This is just so awesome. I was busting out 50,000 damage crits on headshots with my, I think, 4 Forma Paris Prime. So stoked about this buff. Dread arrows have an increased flight speed. That is really nice. And they didn't say anything about increasing the flight speed on the Paris, but it seems to shoot really fast now. The Embolus now has increased damage and forced poison proc. We've all been wanting range since that weapon came out, but whatever. The Tigress now has improved damage, critical chance, and proc rate. The Hex damage is increased and more minimum damage added to fall off. Nice little buff. Hammer and staff weapons now ragdoll enemies on charge attacks. The Valkyr now has increased damage and proc rate. The Latron and Latron Prime now have increased damage, so check out your Latron Primes again, guys. Sentinel's Death Machine Rifle weapon now has a 5% crit chance. That's not going to matter too much. It's still way too low to mean anything. The Flux Rifle now has improved damage and proc rate, so now it's on par, a little bit more on par with other continuous weapons, so that's a nice buff. Critical chance and reload speed of both slightly tweaked. I'd say it's a little bit more than slightly tweaked. You can now achieve 100%, over 100%, just slightly over 100% with a 1 from the top point strike on your Paris Prime for crit chance. So the Dread has even a little bit more crit chance than that. So Paris Prime and Dread are freaking amazing now. Alright, let's quickly talk about the aura changes. Alright guys, so for aura changes, our physique aura rebalanced, plus 3 health per level. That's really nice considering we do have that polarity for the aura on the new Warframe Zephyr. Steel Charge Aura Rebalance plus 5 damage per level. So your Steel Charge Aura is going to add a nasty amount of damage to your melee if you have that modded up all the way. That's really nice there. Rejuvenation Aura Rebalance plus 5% heal rate per level. Pretty nice. And Sprint Boost Aura rebalanced and released into alert system. Plus 2.5% per level, 10% overall. So that's pretty cool. And just wait for the alert to try to get that one. Notice here, guys, in the gameplay in the background, the new HUD. I'm sure you guys are all familiar with it. You've all seen it now. Now, when it first came out, one thing I did not like about it was how it bobbed around and bounced in the corner. And you can, in fact, fix that in the menu. And also, if it is not big enough, you can increase the size of the new HUD as well. I'll go ahead and show you that real quick. So if you go up to the options menu and look at the bottom, you can now up the scaling and make your HUD bigger. I like it around about halfway up. And you can also take that HUD motion off. And the big question is, do you guys like the new HUD? Because you really don't need to know if I like it. And then tell me what you think about my opinion. The biggest thing is, what do you guys think about the new HUD as a community? You know, so I'm really curious to hear about that. Leave a comment below and let me know what you think about the new HUD. Now, something I want to show you guys real quick also with the HUD. When you cast a power, like watch as I cast Roar here with my Rhino, it's going to show a countdown in the bottom right over the power of the duration. So you'll know when your power is about to run out. This is really nice so that, you know, when you're soloing with Loki's invisibility or Trinity's ultimate, which makes her invincible, you don't run out right when you're next to a really powerful napalm dude that's about to crush you. So I really like the addition of this. Let's jump over to some Corpus real quick so I can show you the changes with headshots. So if you guys remembered a while ago, they basically took headshots away from Corpus, and when you shot Corpus in the head, you did like no damage, like Corpus Crewman. I have no idea why they did this. It makes absolutely no sense, but that's neither here nor there. So they finally brought it back, but not only do you do, you know, the headshot multiplier and everything, you know, the really nice damage for headshots, like if you shoot Corpus in the head again, but also it knocks their helmet off, and you can actually see their face, which is just 10 times better. It's fucking awesome. You got that big old target to hit, and it knocks off their mask, their helmet. You can see their face. Dude, I love doing this. It's the little things that count, right? Alright, let's go ahead and jump back into the arsenal and show some changes in there, like the awesome new mod polarity management, which we've been really wanting, and also I'll show a couple of the immortal skins real quick. Alright guys, so basically if you go to your weapon, Warframe, whatever, for one, there's auto install, which just throws mods on for you. I just kind of want to let you know about that. It's nothing you should obviously use. And then there is mod management now. So you click on the mod polarity, you click on the polarity you want to use, sorry, polarity management, and then you just click on where you want to move it to. That's it, real simple. And then you just hit apply. It's really nice we finally got that. Now, for aesthetics, guys, I never like to waste time in a video talking about aesthetics, like a new color palette and stuff like that. That's something you can just read about in the update, and I don't need to talk about it. However, the immortal skins are really cool. I think they do a great job on them, and I feel like it's worth talking about a couple real quick. So there's Novas, and then I'm going to show Volts next. We also have Vauban and Sarens. Those Warframes also got immortal skins added to the mix, and I figured since Nova is one of the most popular Warframes that people play, I'll go ahead and grab hers just to show you guys. And since a lot of you are really digging Volt recently, just always on me to make a video about him, I wanted to go ahead and show his immortal skin. Plus, now that you can make them in the dojo, and a lot of people are going to easily be able to get them, I guess I will be doing a video soon. Yeah. Alright guys, so let's wrap up the video with the new 10.0 Warframes and Weapons Lab and all the new weapons in the original labs. So here's the new 10.0 Weapons and Warframe Lab that I built. We got Volt, we got Banshee that you can now make in here, and the new Warframe Zephyr. Basically, this is what you need your Oxium for to make your new Zephyr. You can also make your axe stilettos here, which, by the way, they're pretty good. They're on par with the Wraith Vipers, but better accuracy. Definitely check these weapons out. Definitely research them, I mean. Ours are almost done for our clan. And you can make all your different parts there for your Volt and your Banshee. So no more problems for all you guys that were having trouble getting both of those Warframes. And it's different for everybody. Zephyr, I think Wiki said it was only like 600 Oxium, which isn't that bad for one person. Because, you know, I got a few hundred from a few runs of Kappa, so nothing that bad. But for us, it was like 6,000 plus Oxium or something. But, you know, there's 100 people in the clan, so it's all balanced just fine. It's not that much, honestly. Now, lastly, let's go ahead and go to the 3 different labs. Check out the amazing beauty of them. I love the way the labs look now. And I love the way that, you know, they changed them recently. And let's check out the new weapons. So here's the Infested Lab. There's the new primary weapon, the Phage. It's either the Phage or the Phage. Probably the Phage. That's that sweet laser tentacle weapon. You've seen me use a few times already. I will be doing a video on that ASAP. Most likely the next video it comes out. And here is the next lab. We're going to go take a look at the dual Cestras. Now the Cestras are pretty powerful, so I'm really excited about how the dual ones are going to be. But honestly, they mess up a lot of dual weapons. They make them too much alike. If you don't increase the fire rate a lot, and the damage, and maybe the crit, or maybe 2 of those 3 things, then they're just not worth it. So let's cross our fingers for the dual Cestras being awesome, because I really would like to use them. Now in the Grenier lab here, let's check out the new melee weapon. This weapon is jet powered, which seems promising, maybe. It seems fun, at least, I know that. So I'm pretty excited about this weapon too. Now guys, I've talked about plenty of stuff, plenty of the popular things in U12. Go to the link in the description to check out all the fixes and all the extra little things. And also, I will get out a video for the new Hyena Pack boss and the new Inception Grenier game mode on Earth. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and have fun with U12. Peace.